Hi, my junk journaling friends. This is Lauren with Shabby Chic Sunday, and today I'm going to share with you my handmade vintage steamer's trunk. And this is the top view, a bird's eye view right now. It is quite large, and so I had a difficult time kind of setting this up with the camera. So what I think I'm going to do is open it up and show you the inside and the album that is underneath the shelf, and then I will tilt this around to give you a 360 angle. But anyway, I have created this entirely out of 12 by 12 heavy chipboard. And so I just got this from Michael's. This is what it's made out of. And it does have a lock and a key that we will use to open it up. So the measurements for this trunk, this is 11 and a half inches long by, let's see, what was it? 9 3/4 high, and it's a 10-inch wide trunk. And the papers that I have used for creating this trunk are by ShabbyArtBoutique, and it's from her Attic Roses collection that's available for those members of the craft room. And inside, here's what the top of the trunk looks like. That's the paper that I chose. And this tray here inside is entirely removable. And I just filled it with things that I thought you would find if you were to open this trunk up in Grandma's attic. So everything in here is authentic and beautiful antiques. So here's like a little kerchief and some really dainty vintage gloves. They are so tiny, I couldn't even get them on my hands. This gorgeous paper from the kit. I have like a little pocket watch in here and vintage milk caps. I don't know why, but I think these are just so cool to collect. And some ticket stubs, some bingo cards, really cool old skeleton key, a necklace. So I just kind of looked through my stash and I thought, okay, what would I find if I were to find this trunk in Grandma's attic? And I opened it up and I shook off all the cobwebs. You know, what memories would she have hidden away in here? And so I have some letters and some recipes and some notes and, all paper ephemera is in here. There's some envelopes in here. And I have some just beautiful pendants and old buttons, and all of the trays are all covered with paper, and then I just painted like a really shabby style of white. They have some old just bobs and bits, some antique earrings. They're quite heavy, just old bobs and bits that maybe Grandma stored away as memorabilia for a different time in her life. So all of that goes in the tray. And then the tray is entirely removable. So you can pick this up and we'll set it off to the side. And inside is the album. And this is quite large, and it's also quite heavy. Let me put this to the side too. I'm going to show you the rest of the vintage steamer's trunk that was created first, and then I'll go ahead and show you the album. So when we close this up here, this is what the front looks like. And I have my camera up so high today, and it's still not high enough. But I made this with my dad again. He created the steamer's trunk, and I just got to do the fun part of choosing the papers to adorn the inside and the outside, but he created the trunk for us, and we added these little bronze feet and the clasp in the back, and obviously the clasp on the front. So that is what the steamer's trunk looks like. So we'll go ahead and put this to the side. And I will quickly show you this album. This is really heavy. Sunday, move to the side. Okay. So for this album, this little flower tucks right in here. I didn't want it to get smushed with the removable tray from the steamer's trunk. So I just set it aside to show you really quickly. But that tucks right in here, and there's a little key that said, "I fell in love with you." And this ribbon here is removable. And so I just have this as a closure, and then I just kind of roughed up this little tag to you know, make it look shabby, and then I put some paint on it and some bronzing. And I did the same with all of these photo cards. So look at this precious girl. She just stole the show, in my opinion. I think she is so beautiful. I just blew up one of the time cards and then one of the bingo cards that are also from the kit. And same thing, I just used a piece of sandpaper to rough up all the sides and then inked them and added some paint. So those are all removable, and I wanted it to be removable so whomever purchases this, you can add your own cover to it if you desired. So this is an authentic piece. I've had this for years, just waiting and wondering what I'm going to do with it. If you saw my Instagram, you might have noticed my quick reel that I posted of this. This is an original, vintage cabinet card album, and it was just completely falling apart. And so I tried to repurpose it, you know, refurbish it as best as I could, but there were pieces of wool coming out and nails, and there's an entire brown photo frame inside, and I mean, it was just crumbling. I had black paper, which I don't think I have any more of it now, but the construction paper inside was literally snapping in half and then just crumbling to dust. So I saw somewhere in here, it was written in pencil, it was marked 1880. And so it's very old, and I just kept going back and forth. What do I do with this? What do I do with this? And then the truth just came out that it just didn't want to be anything than what it already is, which is an album to be cherished by others. So I kept it the same. I didn't want to do anything to the front or the back. And half of it I have refurbished with Carrie Ann's beautiful picture papers for people to put their pictures on. And then the other half I have left blank to show its original form, because I think that that's what it wanted to be. So this is a paper from the Attic Roses kit that I made as the inside cover. This is the original album title from the book. This is the original, and I just think that old paper, you guys know, we love it, right? So anything that was original like this, I kept. So this is the front page, and it kind of just gives you the vibe of what the rest of the album looks like. So I have just some of her little fussy cut images here adorning the sign. I added more paper around this frame. And then this is, let me see if I'll be able to get her out now. Yep. I just made little photo pockets for you. So here's that same precious little girl, and the kit comes with these photo images. And so I just put one in there to kind of show you what you could do with this album, but it is entirely blank, and it is meant to hold your family's keepsakes in photos. And so I just have her in there as an example to show you what you can do with it. Here's the next page with an empty photo frame here. And I must say, there are some crinkles and ripples, you know, on some of the pages with the paper, because obviously with the book being so old, it was very difficult for me to recover the pages in this paper. And so at times there are some wrinkles and you know, some ripples, but I think it kind of goes along with the whole aesthetic anyway, as if this was, you know, really someone's scrapbook and they were making it themselves and they were gluing things down. And this is a pocket here. If they were gluing things down themselves, there would be those, you know, minor flaws. And so I think it fit just fine. This is a pocket here, and this is open for a photo. This is a pocket here. Look at that beautiful paper. Pocket. And this is a wide belly band. Another place for a photo. Blank. This is a belly band here. This is another square here for a photo. And the rest of it I left in its true original form. So this is original tape on here that somebody used to try to repair it. And this was blank when I got it, but obviously it used to hold cabinet cards. And so if you have any of those yourself, here's a little piece of that construction paper I was talking about. It just snaps right in half. It's just so old. So I wanted to leave it in its authenticity for half of it, you know, to show its true beauty. But also give it new life again because it's beautiful. So I wanted somebody to be able to use this. So that is my design team project for the month of April using the Attic Roses kit. And this will be available at the time that this video is published. I'm going to go ahead and list it on my Etsy. So if you are interested, it will come with the removable tray, the suitcase, and this blank photo album. And if you're interested in a trunk, you know, with different papers or even a blank wooden one without the album, those are available too. You just need to email me and I'll leave my information in the description box below. Have a blessed day, everyone, and I'll see you soon.